Okay, I already know what you guys are thinking. Those panels aren't going to work very well tilted that way. Well, today we're not working on the panels. We're working on something else. Our main heat pump for the main living area went out and it was running just fine. All of a sudden it started tripping the breaker. So I'm going to show you guys what it's doing. I'm going to show you how I diagnosed it. And then, unfortunately, we're going to replace that entire unit because the compressor is locked up. But I'm going to show you the steps I use to determine that that's the problem, and we'll go from there. We'll get this thing fixed up. So the first thing I came up here and checked was all my wiring connections. I do have the micro air easy start. I've got a video of how to install these. I'll put a link to the video down in the description so you guys can go check that out if you're interested in installing micro air easy starts on your ACs. I also sell and install those, so give me a shout if you would like for me to install one for you. All right, so basically you got the fan motor, the fan, and then you've got the compressor. The contacts for the compressor, or the connectors for the compressor, are here. And then the wires from our Easy Start go into this control box and all get wired up. I'm going to go downstairs now, flip this thing on, and show you what it's doing. Like I said before, it's actually tripping the breaker. It's on a 20 amp breaker, and just about the time the compressor wants to kick on, it trips the breaker. So let's go down and talk about the breakers and how to troubleshoot from here. So here in the DRV by the front door, in this panel where all our controls are, and our breaker panel is down here on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and on zone 1, which is the main, I'm going to put this in heat pump mode. Auto would work as well. Let's see what the inside temp is. It's already 71 in here. Okay, let's just put it in AC. Okay, we'll put it in cool mode because it's 71 in here. It's hot. Woo! And when that comes on, we'll see this breaker trip. Okay, so the fan just came on. I don't know if you can hear it, but the fan is running. And here in a second, when the compressor kicks on, we'll see that breaker pop, and we'll know which breaker it is. Actually, I think this is AC2 and this is AC1. There we go. There it popped. So the next question is, what's causing the breaker to pop? Now, obviously, we're exceeding 20 amps. Or the possibility is that we have a bad breaker and the breaker's weak and we need to replace the breaker. But let me show you how to test that. Okay, first we got to remove this cover and be very careful because you have live electricity in here. And this cover just pops off like that. And we've determined that this is the breaker for that air conditioner. So I'm going to make sure it's off all the way. And then I'm going to find the wire to it, and it's this wire. And like I said, be very careful because these mains are still hot. You probably should shut all this off before you do this, but you're gonna have to have it on to do the test I'm about to do. So now we're gonna go to our voltmeter. We're gonna go to our voltmeter and we're gonna put it in amps. So we're gonna clamp this around our wire. There we go, just like that. So now it's showing 0 amps. The breaker's off. If I flip the breaker on, it should still show 0. And we're going to start the air conditioner again. And when it starts, now keep in mind we're on a 20 amp breaker, and you'll be able to see the kind of amperage coming through when the thing kicks on. Now this is the compressor, and these are the compressor leads. In order to test this, you want to take your meter and you want to put it on ohms, and we're going to check resistance, and then we're going to put our negative wire on a good ground. Something like this is a good ground, this motor case. And then we're going to take our positive lead and we're going to check each one of these posts separately, and you should get 0. When I tested this the other day, I was actually on the phone with the soft start engineer to make sure we didn't have an issue with soft start, and I had resistance here, which indicated that this was locked up. We definitely got a defective compressor, so we're going to swap this entire unit out. There's this little cover that goes over the blower, and it has 4 little 1/4 inch screws, and then it has these clips, and you just take the screws out and undo the clips and it comes off. This piece of foam actually goes on top of that plastic thing I just took out. So lift the foam off, take out those screws, and you can lift the plastic off and then get everything disconnected. Okay, this might look like a mess, but basically you have AC, hot, neutral, and ground coming up into the ceiling right here on this yellow wire, and they go into a junction box. The junction box was screwed to the side. It was easier for me to unscrew it to get in there to get the wires disconnected, so I disconnected those. These wires are all the DC wires and the communication wires for the thermostat. So I got all those unplugged, and these 2 telephone wires were the same way. Got those unplugged. They actually come off of here. And so now we've got everything disconnected, so I'm ready to take out these lag bolts, and then the whole unit should lift off the roof. There's 1, 2, this one I already took out, and there should be 1 on this side. So let me get these out and then we'll get this thing lifted. Now you have to pry the thing off the roof, being careful not to pull up your roof material. I put my foot down so I can hold the roof just like that. Woo! All right, now you can see they've got this permanently attached. We're going to set our new unit on here. We're going to put a new seal across here to seal out the old or the intake from the exhaust, and we'll get it wired back up. Box. You can shut that door for us, honey. Yeah, just hold the back of the box and just push it up after me. It's sturdy. Okay. Ooh.
Careful.
Okay, spin your end to your right.
This way?
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yay! Hi, baby.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Just watch your step. in this hole right here. Okay. That way, right there. Okay. Okay, so one thing you want to make sure you do, clean off your old sealant really good. I got a tube of lap sealant. Hey guys, Aaron here. As I sat here editing this video, I realized I had some camera issues that day. My lead camera battery died, and my B-roll camera fell over on the roof. Got a little windy. So this is the footage I ended up with, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to just interject here and let you know that the piece that's missing is actually connecting the AC unit, and you really want to just connect it in reverse order. Since I replaced it with the exact same model that I had before, all the wiring colors were the same, everything hooked up the same. So that's the piece that unfortunately I don't have to show you guys, but if you have any specific questions, just let me know, and I'll help answer as best I can. But I just wanted to add that and let you know what happened there. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this was helpful. You can see that it's not as intimidating as it might seem to replace your air conditioner. So thanks for coming along with me today. Check out some of our other videos. I'll put some links down below of our soft start install video and some others, so go check those out. And until next time, safe travels. Bye.